Hey guys, this is Tarkin coming at you with another game of Hardcore Minecraft. And we're doing just what we were doing earlier today. Running back to it. We're gonna pop right in, go into the nether, do the same old. We have an amount of arrows. I think I've got more in the ender chest, but I will check that just before we go in, since I have the nether portal that I still don't remember making in the middle of town. Here, Nick. But the coal we'll have before long. I think we got yeah, I'm just gonna take a couple furnaces because we might like cook some netherrack or something while we're down there, and a stack of cobblestone because I might make a lot more furnaces. And then, do I have any arrows? No, apparently not. And that reminds me that we are like very emerald limited. Our pumpkin field is nothing, so we're gonna have to rely on old mainstays. Cow, sheep, and pigs. Well, man, they're all kind of looking rough, aren't they? Phantom swoops, that means it's about time to get Acrimonious up in here. I really thought I could get that hit. And that went rather well. Alright, so before we were really interrupted, what were we doing? Culling the herd. Interesting. So we've got... This will be like a dozen emeralds worth of junk. So now all we gotta do is wait for morning. Am I carrying a bed? I sure hope so. Yes, indeed. We'll sell some glass to the cartographer. We'll get a chunk of emeralds. That way the next time I need some more. I mean, you only need 4 emeralds for a stack of arrows, but, you know, what are you gonna do? Alright, and I just need to find the guy with the cauldron. He'll be wearing leather pants somewhere. Cartographer's gonna level up to master now, and then sell a thing with a globe on it. Literally could not possibly care about that any more than I do. This is the maximum amount of carrying I am capable of having for that subject. So we'll let that guy be a master cartographer. Good for him. This excitable little dude is running around, and I'm no closer to finding out where the guy who wants to buy leather is. So I'm gonna put all of it in a box and go away, because I have enough emeralds to buy like a couple hundred arrows now, which is more arrows than I want to buy. Everyone in chat must follow YouTube terms of service at all times. Which is to say, if you're too young to have a YouTube account, then you're definitely too young to be cursing. But in general, if you can't tell if something's appropriate, don't do it. And I sympathize if it's sometimes hard to know when things are appropriate, but just err on the side of not doing a thing that you think might not be appropriate in the event that you cannot tell. I say, like, an incredibly large amount of curse words in my everyday life, but it is not the style of my channel. Alright, here we go. Why am I still looking for him? I should be looking for the guy with arrows now. I'm totally stuck in the past. But anyway, now after a short 8 minutes of prep time to go into the Nether. Alright, is this the right way? No, probably not. This is... We're just gonna ignore the grunting sounds. They like literally don't even know what they're talking about. Could not possibly care less about anything in the whole world than the grunting of those hoglin. They don't know what's up. Something fell. It's such an ominous subtitle. Love it. But we will be getting to the fortress in just a moment, and then it'll be a nice, calm time of fighting wither skeletons. Unless it isn't. Dun dun dun. We'll wait to get some coal, I guess. We'll figure out what's gonna happen. Alright, once more into the breach. No baddies that way. Possibility of fun everywhere we turn. Hey! Due to low light, we already have victims. I mean enemies. I mean, if I could hit them. I think the real victim here is my hopeful nature. Alright, any other folks? The great thing about them is they're shadowy, frightening, and carry swords, so, you know, there's always an element of extreme fun whenever you go around a corner. The subtitles make it a little easier, though. And a very brave piglin dies a very brave death. You know, you never know when it'll come for them. I won't say it's sad, it isn't. He had it coming. Let's go into the sort of dark and sort of shadowy hallway. Blaze, breeze, and crackles right around here. Yes. Ah, he was camouflaging the wither skeleton behind him. Very clever. Very clever indeed. But hey, we got a wither skeleton skull out of it. So, let's look at the stats, because stats are very important. Alright, we've now done 52 wither skeletons, so that was just 3. And now we've got our second one. Mind you, I don't know where the first one is, but it's in a box somewhere. I bet we'll get the next one really fast. It doesn't seem like the sort of day that's going to make me wait. Hey, there's a guy. I am going to shoot him right here. And then try to remember to go and pick up his bones later. No, I'm going to immediately go and get them. That is how much I care about this. This is the face right here of a person who is going to go and figure out if that guy dropped anything I care about. Probably. I'm probably not going to get distracted. I'm probably going to do this super safely. I'm probably going to get burned, but only like a little bit, and not in a way that matters or that I care about. Alright, good news. There's an explosive fiery guy here. Other good news, he did not, in fact, drop his skull. If not skull, then why attach to head? Anyway, it does not matter. We will continue on. The darkness makes me need to squint, but you know, unfortunately, it is the price that we pay for spawning the wither skeletons, if indeed we can. We only have to get one more. Someone told me I need 3. This Blaze knows we're here. He's going to shoot in a weird way. Oh, that was an actual skeleton. How fun. We're just going to back up a little bit because we see that there's some action going on down there. The reason I'm doing it in the offhand here is because I have my looting on the sword, and I've been told that it functions while you use the bow, and anecdotally it certainly seems to, although I've not, like, tested it extensively, so. That made me jump so much in real life. That's so funny. It's alright. I think those are the only 2. I was not ready. It was a combination of the sounds, the cracklediness. I wasn't ready. I thought it was just gonna be a blaze. Oh man. Oh, okay. Whew. As I was saying, I'm totally ready, like, you know, physically and mentally, to be in here and kill as many of these wither skeletons as I need to. Not afraid at all to run down these halls and fight my enemies. Yeesh. Let's go back to this side where there's, like, you know, a roof over it. You know, it feels like you can see more if there's not the vertical thing, even though you can see the same amount down below. It's a funny thing about space. This is a zombie. We're gonna leave him alone. I mean, for a period of time. Maybe not forever. It depends on whether or not I'll become what I call bored. It's not, like, really the right word. Distracted is closer, but that's not it either. I think of it as like, you know, when you have a sailboat, and then, you know, you just let the sail. I think I've never, like, used a sailboat. I've looked at one before from far away. But, you know, and, you know, the sail just sort of takes it in a different direction. You know, the boat's not doing anything wrong. The boat's not distracted. The boat just is now pointed somewhere else, and now that's where the boat is going. And that's how I look at me getting bored, in the quotes in this video game. You know, I'm just following my heart, following the winds, and probably jumping out of my physical skin whenever another wither skeleton emerges, because apparently I can get jump scared by anything if it's shadowy and dark. I am awake. I am awake. Alright, we're gonna knock this down. This is totally inhibiting my ability to slay my enemies. I really should have dodged that. I bet you could, like, block it with the shield. I bet you can guess what I'm gonna do. Tank the shots to the face. You are correct. Good guess. I mean, you're rewarded one point, and there's a lot of points possible. You shouldn't have expected that guessing that I will instead just get hit. You know, all it proves is that you've seen me before. The shield's like the first thing I do in a hardcore world, and then as soon as I get strong enough, I put it away and I never care about it again. Wither skeleton rattles probably right here to the left and down. Over here then. Yes, indeed. Alright, behind us is clean. We're just going to take these shots because there's a whole lot of action. We don't want to hit the zombie piglin. If we can avoid it, looks like we can. And we got a third one here, looking shadowy, looking mad. Stone sword up in the air. Still no more wither skeleton drops though, so... Yeah, you know, I'm sure that in this playlist. Yeah, I worked today for, you know, like, just like 9 hours, and then I came home and made cookies, or cookie dough rather. Because everybody that wants to make elite tier chocolate chip cookies knows you have to make the dough and then let it chill in a refrigerator for a period of time. It's very important to be patient. I used to, like, hear people tell me this and think, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my whole life. Like, people that I knew how to cook and bake and, like, that made excellent cookies, they'd be like, you have to do this. And I would just hear them say it, and I'd be like, that doesn't even make sense. But it's all true. It's all true. And of course, if you need a good chocolate chip cookie recipe, I can recite mine to you. It's not my recipe, it's just the one that I have made several hundred times. Alright, we are getting a little crowded here. We're just gonna back up. I thought a piglin was gonna follow me down, but I am a little bread limited at the moment, so... That dude just came out of the woodwork. That was awesome. He was like, oh, we're going? I can't believe that hit and it didn't kill, but I guess the draw wasn't full. There we go. Must have had just like one heart left. If I had flame on this bow, it would have happened. You know, it would be much smarter to just make your own. much safer and better idea. Plus, if you make your own, that's a sustainable plan. Whereas taking mine is unlikely to work one time, but it's certain not to work more than once. Oh no, they are on us. We have lava behind us too. So I need to, yeah. I actually had more room to work with than I had thought, but we're all good. Why did I kill the miniature piglin? I think you'll note that it gave experience. And, you know, we'll demonstrate here that I've killed piglin, but never a piglin child. And, again, let me be clear. It gave experience. What you call a piglin child is just a short piglin. And I'm not gonna, like, declare that piglin innocent of its crimes merely because it happens to be short. Would that be not mistreating the piglin? As the other ones do when they refuse to give it a sword or a crossbow? It gives experience. Look at that, 3 orbs. As far as I'm concerned, whenever I shot that miniature piglin, the very short piglin, and then it gave me experience, that proved that it was just a short piglin. They might as well have a picture in the dictionary that says this is what a short piglin is, if you ever need a picture of it. Here you go. Not all nether immune animals are immune to lava. The hoglin will get killed by the lava, and when they die to it, it makes cooked pork chops. I mean, like, you guys, I get where you're trying to come from, but you're just not going to make me feel bad for those piglin just because they're short. A lot of people and piglin are shorter than I am, and I'm not going to, like, go through life pitying them for it. I'm not going to try to treat them any differently. If you give experience, you might get hit with a stick. That's the way of the video game. I didn't make the rules. I follow them. We're due for some sort of spiciness. I just don't know when it's gonna happen. It's been a little bit since we've seen the Wither Skeletons, and that means they're probably, you know, like, formulating a plot. I'm just going through some of this because I figured, you know, maybe there'll be ancient debris there since I'm here already. And, you know, it'll make it feel more open. Yeah, like, why don't you tell me that the quartz had a life? It gives experience, too. Or be like, oh, they're just like little shards of quartz. Don't you feel bad for them? No, no. The game wouldn't give me experience for it if it didn't want me to do it. It's the fault of the game if what I do is wrong. And yes, I understand that I'm saying all that, and I won't make an iron farm like you psychos call it. But, you know. I think it's interesting that you decided that the short piglin's name is Timmy. Could have been anything. Hey, Wither Skeleton, just like we always wanted. Let's bread up real quick and run down and hit him in the face. Or, you know, the legs, the torso. No more skulls. I thought I was about to have to aggressively usher that piglin out. But it was a zombie, and that makes him no threat to himself. You see, the problem with piglin today is they don't know how to show proper respect when they're in a fortress. And that leads to some negative outcomes sometimes. I mean, they have come up and just, like, tried to hit me right in my face. Was that a skull? Is that another skull? Hey-o, back-to-back skulls. We got 3. Great success. Alright, I guess I don't need to be here anymore. Cool. Time to go home. Alright, do I want to bring any of this junk with us? No, probably not. We'll just put all of these things in the chest, and then later on, when I notice that these things are in the chest, I'll say, why would I even put stone swords in there? Hopefully I'll remember this exact moment then, and I'll be able to say to myself, Self, you already knew you would ask this question. All of this has been preordained. It's because you didn't feel like throwing them somewhere else. And I'll say, that makes sense. That sounds like something I would do. I could see it all clearly. Now that I have anticipated this, like Doctor Strange in that one boring part of the movie where he sat still for a while, I'll be able to recall anytime I need to the exact thought process that led to those stone swords being there. Speaking of, it is time to fight some piglin. Whether they are short or tall, Tarkin will slay them all. Not just the sword piglin, but the crossbow piglin, and the short piglin, and the gold helmet piglin too. They were animals, and I slaughtered them like animals. They all gave experience, in case anybody was counting. And that means the game wanted me to do it. If you were asleep, why would there be wheat in the nether? You know, you can tell that you're awake because there is wheat in the nether. Alright, so we're not going to do this fight today. First of all, I don't know how, and also we're coming on the end, but I guess we'll do that tomorrow. That'll be fun. Maybe I'll die. Everybody likes it when I die. Probably do a raid first and get another idol. But not bad. So our stats, I think we had looting 3 for most of it, and we killed 65 and got our 4 skulls total. So pretty fun. You know, we got 1 in the first 49. Well, really it was 1 and in the first like 5, and then none for the next 45, and then, you know, 3 in the next 20 or so. The important thing is to believe in yourself. Whether it's a trident or a wither skull or a boat that happens to be underwater, if you just think, hey, there's got to be some good reason why everybody says a trident's real, then eventually you'll get a wither skull. And I'm aware I'm mixing metaphors there. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. The rare focused video jumped on, said did exactly what I set out to do. It actually happened a little quicker than I thought. I thought we might have to do another round of it, but it looks like we'll be good. We're level 46. I need to spend that on something. But first, we'll do a quick round of animal breeding, and yeah, try to mend up our pickaxe a little bit and anything else that needs mending. Not our gear very much. You don't get hit very much, even when you're in a lot of combat. The mending on your gear is basically automatic. It's just tools if you get a little crunchy with them and just like start whipping your head around in the nether. Netherrack will chew through an Unbreaking 3 pickaxe real quick. Ah, fantastic. Another thunderstorm, just like I always wanted. I mean, not really. I do... Like, will that burn down a chest? That would be heartbreaking. I would be able to get over it. That would actually be a little bit funny. But I wouldn't love it, you know. I wouldn't be thrilled. Speaking of thrilled, I can't think of, like, literally can't think of anything better to do in this little rainy time then plant some more crops. And maybe, you know, maybe the rain's already stopped. Yeah, it looks like it has. This will forever be my favorite experience farm. Running around in a weird field of cows as they all stare up at you. It's so funny that I didn't build a chicken farm in this world, because that's normally like my absolute bread and butter, but you know, it just goes to show that I can exhibit personal growth in spite of it being unlikely. After all, this world, if you recall, it's been so long now, I actually like mined my diamonds. Didn't act like a merchant. And I've been rewarded with riches beyond any of my previous plans. It's quite lovely, this place, and I'm thrilled with how things are going. So many bones. Yeah, we'll just run home and put up our stuff now. Do I want to bring any of this with me home? No, I don't think so. Not really. The redstone. The woolen stuff can stay. We don't need to move that. You know, the wool chest being by the sheep is both smart and good. You know, we can keep it there. We're gonna lock up the quartz real quick. We're gonna leave some blaze rods here just cause. I don't know if they're in a shulker or not, but I need to get one in there, but that's for the future. And of course, what's actually going to happen is I'm going to die whenever we fight the Wither tomorrow, so however that works. Or maybe you need a total of 4 skulls and they said one more, because yeah, it's something like how you would make a golem. So... But we have one somewhere in the chest of valuable things, perhaps. For that is its formal name. Yeah, so there's the 4th one. You know, that's where we keep all of our stuff, like our netherite scraps and all of our armor templates. Our netherite upgrades that we've never used because we can't get enough scraps. So many bones now, feels good. Oh, I had a whole bunch of emeralds in the valuable chest. I didn't check in there, that's why I thought I didn't have emeralds, because I put them in there. But we'll put some in here. That'll be a good spot for them too. Silly stuff. We'll just hop over and see Doug real quick. Good old Doug. He has brought us an amazing torchflower seed. Thanks, Doug. Doug's so smart. Doug's so good and kind. Doug's so Doug. But yes, I'm getting sleepy myself. We're gonna put on the nice, calm, music box version of Creator without all of the other things, because I'm getting a little sleepy myself. And that'll help us drift off for this video. Just wanted to say thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Really hope you enjoyed. And tomorrow, I've got work in the morning, but tomorrow afternoon or night, we will make our way to wherever you fight the Wither at and summon him up. I'll just play and think it's in the end or something. But we'll just head over there, and I'm sure somebody will tell me what to do. But a seed for Garuda. Luke is having a great time. We're just gonna lay down here. Where'd Bella go? Oh, goodness. Where did Bella go? Did she teleport outside? Did she bring me a string right there? Alright, so I know I said I was going to end the video, but now, of course, we have to interrupt that to go to other scheduled programming, figure out where Bella went. Alright, there she went. She was trying to be Trixie. That's exactly what happened. She teleported outside, doing something shady, no doubt. But now she's back in, and everything's good. So we can look off at the beautiful mountain of spawn there. And anyway, thanks for watching, guys. And that's all for me.